In China, Big Macs are back and Chicken McNuggets are being fried up once again across McDonald's fast food restaurants across the country. This after Shanghai Husa was accused of selling expired meat products. But the fallout is not over. 6 people have been arrested for breaking the law. Now, Lester Ross is partner in charge at the law offices of WilmerHale in Beijing, and he joins me right now. Now, Les, how has this meat scandal by Shanghai Husa and its parent company, OSI, based in the U.S., affected food production in China?
It's had an enormous impact in terms of the retail industry and in return upstream from the retail industry to producers. It's really it's requiring fast food restaurants in particular to report on their suppliers on a regular basis, a frequent basis, and it's intensified the obligation of food restaurants and retailers.
Now, this isn't the first time, of course, that we've heard about issues with food quality in China. Probably it won't be its last, but how much of an impact do you think that this may have in making people be aware that they really cannot and should not try to get away with this?
It has an enormous impact because China is such a very large and important market. What is questionable is the severity of the punishment on the particular company involved and the attendant consequences for its customers, and whether China is really addressing the biggest problems in this particular instance when there are so many other problems affecting the food industry in China.
Right. When it comes to laws in China, of course, there's at one side, there are the regulations, the laws, and then there's the enforcement. Sometimes the enforcement doesn't really happen, even though those laws are on the books. How do you think that falls with the food industry and with OSI and Husa?
In terms of the actual impact, which is, of course, the key concern about food quality, health impact, or other damage to consumers, it seems to have been an overcharge. Over-enforcement directed against this particular company when there are many other problematic issues associated with the industry in China.
Do you think that you're hopeful that the food industry, will learn and will be better for it moving ahead?
There's nothing like getting hit on top of your head, even if you're not the one being punished, to tighten enforcement. And in fact, China has moved in this regard. So earlier this year, China promulgated a notice, that is the China Food and Drug Administration, with respect to companies requiring that they abide by standards and regulations concerning expiration dates on their food products. So this is going to tighten enforcement of that in particular. But if we go upstream in terms of labeling and other requirements like that, as well as the provenance, checking where you get your supplies, that's also tightening. But it's very difficult because supplies may come from multiple sources, and you may be dealing with a downstream supplier, which in turn is dealing upstream. And there are a lot of incentives for people to either adulterate or not fully comply with the regulations. So it's a big burden. This will add cost.
All right, Les Ross, partner in charge at the law offices of WilmerHale in Beijing. Thanks so much for the time.